This is correct me if I'm wrong, this is an animated short, an allegory about pregnancy loss.
Yes.
I'd love for you to introduce your film. Welcome to the festival, and
Thank you so
tell us
much.
a little bit about what inspired this and how this took root for you.
So my film is called FLOCKY. Before I move forward, I'm going to apologize. I had gum surgery and half of my face is deformed, so that's why I'm like this, okay?
Oh, no worries.
I wanted to put the camera on, so I decided that it was better to speak with my face in. So I'm like, okay, let's put my hands on. So FLOCKY. FLOCKY is the title of my film. It's a pregnancy loss, as you said, a short film. In 2015, I had stillbirth. A lot of people don't know what the term is, so I'm going to describe it. It's the loss of an infant when you're pregnant on later stages. So it was my first son, and of course the experience was extremely devastating, but I was very silent. It was that silent that made me feel that I had to actually scream out my experience to the world. And because I make films, I was like, okay, I need to make film about this. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but one day I will make it happen. I will put it on a big screen so people actually talk about it. It seems like it's a taboo in society still to talk about your losses, your pregnancy losses, stillbirth, or whatever you want to call it. But it seems that there's no dialogue. People are in shock, and that actually doesn't help the experience. It actually makes it even worse. So that's why I thought it was extremely important to put it on a big screen, and that's what FLOCKY is.
Oh, wow. It's incredible. I have, having this opportunity to talk to so many filmmakers, I haven't been able to see everybody's film yet, but I'm really excited to be able to support this film because I think this is an important story. Pregnancy is not a part of my experience, but I think this narrative, this dialogue, women giving a voice to these stories is incredibly critical and relatable. And so thank you for your courage to bring this to a screen. We're an honor to have you here at the film. I'm wondering if you'll share with us a little bit about that moment. I feel like that moment where the story clicked and you knew you had to tell this story. Did that happen during sort of the gestation writing process or while you were in production?
It happened right after I lost him. It took me a year to realize how to write this film, and because I was like, I'm not gonna write about what actually is a stillbirth, right? I'm not gonna write about the delivery of a dead baby. I'm just gonna write about why it hurts so much, mentally, emotionally, why it lasts forever. So the way I did that was writing. It took me a year to write a 10-minute script. Because it was very difficult for me to describe what I felt, actually. And what I actually did was describing what pregnancy is in a way that you actually enjoy it, even if you haven't been pregnant before. So what I do is you travel on the journey of what a mother actually projects in her brain in each moment of pregnancy. So starting from the first scene of the movie, it's when they actually told me I was pregnant. So what I do is, and I'm not going to spoil the whole film, but you see a lot of images that reflect that feeling. And then you advance the pregnancy with her with projections of two people together, and you understand that they are bonding slowly. And that by the middle end of the scene, you describe the feeling of losing him all of a sudden, right? Like from everything to nothing. So the way I wrote this was focusing on this silent dialogue, because there's no dialogue, made on purpose, because you don't actually talk to your baby. The music speaks for them, but I focus on this bonding and how strong it is and how difficult it is when it disappears, right? It actually doesn't disappear. It lasts forever. That's why it's so hard when that person is gone, even if nobody has seen it, but you feel it. And that's when you understand what conditional love means. So that's what I think the movie is doing. And I don't say I think it's actually doing that, because even people that haven't been pregnant before and men have come to me after the film saying, I understand now what this journey means for you, for women, right?
Yeah, I really love that.
Appropriate that is at La Femme Film Festival also.
Absolutely. La Femme obviously it celebrates women's voices, and I'm wondering how your experience as a female filmmaker really has shaped your approach to this film.
It actually, I realized that you really have to screaming out. You really have to tell your real truth, and you really have to dig in and make yourself heard, right? Because if I didn't make this film, a lot of things would have not happened with my experience, and a lot of people will not even know I went through this experience that actually changed my life, right? And for example, with this 10-minute little film, I went to Congress to advocate for a law to prevent stillbirth. If I was not strong enough to scream out my feelings and make a film about this, I would have not gone to the US Congress ever in my life. So there I go inside Congress because I made this film. So to your question, if you truly believe you need to tell something, even if it's difficult, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna succeed, because women are, we go through hell, and I'm not even talking about stillbirth. There's so many things that happen to us, right? And we have this strength within us. We can do it. We're very, very strong. So I believe like this film is as strong, and
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I want to make sure that people come and support this film. We have a clip of your film, so I want to make sure that we get to that too. If you will let our audiences know when they can see this at the film festival, and then also how we can continue to follow you after the work, and after the festival itself, and then we'll lead into a clip of your film.
Yes, this film is gonna be played on Sunday 19 in the animation block at 10 a.m. And if they want to follow the film, is on Instagram, FLOCKY short film. And then my work is in Instagram is Claymaniac with a K in the end, because I'm making other films too.
You're making others. Perfect. Thank you, Esther. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you feel better.
I know. Sorry about the hand. I look like I'm lazy, but I'm not. I'm like,
no. You look very.
I can't even laugh. Like that, I'm fine. It's like the most awkward interview ever, but it's at least we made it happen.
I think you did great, and we're excited to support your film.
Thank you so much.
Film gets a bunch of accolades, you'll be like, I didn't even remember it.
I know it's gonna be remembered forever.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and join me in supporting a clip here.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Renee.
All
right. Bye.
I know.